We are delighted to announce that we have been developing a great new product and class to add to the London Embroidery School. The Pages Mushroom online class and kit will be coming to the school next Friday, and boy do we think it's a fun one. Pages is a couture technique you may not have heard of, but you will have likely seen. Quite simple in its approach, pages are all about building up the layers and layers of fabric to look like the pages of a book, hence the name. Because of the approach, we wanted to find a way to make the class more exciting and usable than the way it is often taught. So whilst you will learn about how Pages technique is usually used for couture garments, we will be applying our knowledge and practicing the Pages technique on an item you can't have too many of, a pincushion. And this isn't just any pincushion. Velvet topped with a scattering of pearls and a weighted base, this pincushion can stand up to quite the stabbing. Finished off with pages featuring as the gills of the mushroom, learning about couture fabric techniques never felt so practical. But how did this class come to be? Well, with a fair amount of development is the truth. This design has been through 6 stages as it has grown into the fully formed final design it now is, ready for you to make it with us. Even before that, we were playing around with the Pages technique and trying to decide on how it was the best way to present it to you, that would inform you about the style but also leave you with something lovely. And in the process of developing some of our more traditional samples, we started to think that this particular arrangement looked rather like chanterelle mushrooms. This idea took hold, and after ending up down a bit of a research rabbit hole, that eventually popped out with creating a mushroom pincushion where the pages were the mushroom's gills. Then followed the pattern making and testing. We were pretty pleased that we got pretty close with the first pattern, just trying it in a cheap calico and using whatever shades of organza we had to hand for the pages. But we felt that frayed too much to look like it was on purpose, and we wanted the pincushion to have a more hard-wearing finish than that. So then we tried PVA dipped calico for thin and less fraying pages, but they all flopped over to one side or the other. However, the velvet was great for the top. Then we subbed in calico backed linen for the gills, and tried a different approach for applying the top, but that one didn't even make it to getting a stem. Very unsuccessful. Next up was the Melton gills with the velvet top and velvet stem, but as you can hardly even tell that the stem is velvet, it all made it a little bit too wobbly. And then for the last one, we tried playing around with the order of construction, trying it out in a wine velvet too. Having tried everything we could think of, we then picked out our favourite bits from each one and combined them into what has now become the finalised pattern. If you'd like to learn all about Pages and making your own Pages mushroom pincushion with us, the online class and kits will be available next Friday. Sign up to the mailing list at the bottom of our website homepage to be the very first to be told when they're released. Link in the description below.